G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and you want to know how to tie a tomato plant off to a round post so it won't slip down? Here's how.
I use all sorts of materials when I'm growing tomatoes. In this case it's a round post. So what I do first of all is identify a branch that I need to tie up. See, this one here is a good example. It's starting to bend over, but it's still salvageable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that branch and I'm going to secure it to the top of this post here, just as I have done beforehand as I'm training this tomato up the post. So what I do is I get some twine, and I use a biodegradable twine, nice and cheap, but it's also really good to work with. What I need to do is find a lateral or a good place to anchor this twine on first, and the reason why I like using this type of twine that's biodegradable or a hemp or something like that, or something natural, is because it ties up nice and easy and it doesn't slip like a thick nylon rope or twine would do. So I do a reef knot, right over left, left over right, or a granny's knot, whatever you want to call it, and you make sure that it's non-slip, of course. So if you do it like that, it'll be non-slip, especially with this type of twine or a hemp or whatever. And that's important because you don't want the twine to strangle the stem. You want to have a bit of leeway for that stem to be able to grow out a little bit more, and also when that rope gets under pressure, you don't want it pulling tight and then strangling the stem. So once I've got the anchor point done, I then start twisting the twine around the stem all the way up to the end. And I keep going as I'm demonstrating there, right to the end of the plant, taking care not to sort of hurt or break any of the leaves, but in particular the flower buds. So there you can see I've twined it around right to the end, and once I've got that point, then I can start getting the end of it and securing it up to the top of the post. And what this does is it supports that stem so it doesn't fall over. So I identify the spot, there's an anchor point there above where my last one was, and what I do now is I do a half hitch. So I get the anchor point, and I just basically, all this is you twist the twine around the post and you sort of have a half hitch done, just like that. So it's not tied in a knot, it's just a hitch, and you're using the pressure of that branch to hold that hitch in place. And then I do a second hitch, so I put the rope around and come back through on itself, and then you've got pretty well 2 hitches or a full hitch done. And what I like to do is, most of the time, I could leave it at that, but most of the time I'll do a third or a fourth hitch, just to make sure it's nice and secure on the post and it doesn't slip down. Once I've got that done and it's nice and tight, well then I'll secure that off by tying it in a knot. So I use the bottom end of the twine where it's anchored to the stem of the plant, and I just twist it through on itself. I don't go around the post, I go around the actual bit of twine itself that's already anchored down, and I just tie it in a simple knot and pull that back up. Usually 2's enough, and then I just cut that off with the scissors, and that's how the anchor point is secured. So there you go, that was where the weak spot was. That's where I anchored it. Anchored there, then twisted the twine around, all the way around. Now it's held in place nicely, and as that branch grows I can keep twisting it up there until almost to the anchor point if I wanted to. Then all I do is go through, find any other branches that I want to tie up. I usually use about 2 main stems going up, and off those 2 main stems I might actually secure 2 or 3 extra branches, and that's it done. And you've got enough support there from that twine, and on a single nice thin post like that, really easy to install, pull out and put in. easy to store away in the shed, but on such a simple thin pole like that, you can grow a nice large tomato plant with a bit of twine and it won't slip down. Don't forget the thumbs up if you like the video, and also subscribe, plus visit the website selfsufficientme.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.